Do you have children? Maybe you need a people mover like a minivan, but just can't get over the stigma that it carries. And maybe you also need all-wheel drive, or perhaps the ability to tow something. But wait a minute, you don't want one of those huge gas-guzzling SUVs that drive like the trucks they're based on. You'd prefer something a bit smaller that drives more like a car. Congratulations, in the eyes of many automakers, you're the perfect candidate for a crossover utility vehicle, or CUV. Enter the GMC Acadia, one of several large crossovers you can buy from General Motors. In fact, they all share the same platform. The others include the Chevrolet Traverse, the Buick Enclave, and the defunct Saturn Outlook. These models have been around for a while now, with the Acadia debuting way back in 2006 as a new for 2007 model. Last year, in 2013, the Acadia received some updates, so we thought we'd have a look and see if this old gal still has some tricks up her sleeve. Starting on the outside, the first thing you'll notice is the blunt new face and bright LED light pipes. About the only other SUV that gives you more attitude is the Dodge Durango. The Denali, a more premium and expensive version of the standard model you see here, has a chrome grille insert. The sides and rear end received less attention than the front with this latest refresh, and they're starting to show their age. But overall, it's a handsome, if not especially stylish vehicle, even with the strong family resemblance to the departed Saturn sibling. The Chevrolet Traverse sports a slightly more up-to-date design, and the Buick Enclave has a more upscale look, while this GMC tries its best to mimic the brand's larger pickup trucks and SUVs. On the inside, it's pretty much the same story. Changes were made, but not really enough to make you forget the age. There's the obligatory stitching on the dashboard and an infotainment screen in the center stack. But it's not only small by today's standards, it's also a little too low. Materials quality are just about on par for the class, but nothing really special. This is especially true on the approximately $50,000 Denali version, where there are simply too many hard plastics. At least there's plenty of storage, helping to make this a practical road trip vehicle, and everything felt durable. The controls are also very easy to use, although I wasn't too thrilled about the touch capacitive buttons. There are still honest-to-goodness knobs for volume and radio tuning. The touchscreen is also easy to use and responsive enough, including apps like Pandora. The reverse camera really helps when hooking up a trailer or backing up, especially since the guidelines turn with the steering wheel. The ambient lighting and red gauges are attractive and legible, it's easy to find a comfortable driving position, and visibility out is good. The Acadia can be configured to seat 7 or 8 passengers depending on what happens in the second row. Our test car has the second row captain's chairs, making it a 7-passenger. It's nice to see a 12-volt power outlet along with 2 USB charging ports and separate HVAC controls, although the same abundance of storage that's in the front row would make it even better. Access to the third row is a little bit clumsy, and while that's to be expected, there are vehicles that do this better. Once you're there, headroom is pretty good, even for me at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Legroom is good thanks to the sliding second row, but the seat cushion is too low, which means your knees and thighs are elevated uncomfortably. So while adults can fit back there, keep the trips on the shorter side, or just get that minivan. Fold all the seats down, and you'll find a flat load floor and enough space to easily swallow a bike. With the third row in place, I was almost able to give the Acadia a globe rating of 6. While the opening is 2 globes high, the sloping rear door means that they won't all fit, so the official globe rating for the GMC Acadia is 3. There's a small amount of storage under the floor, but you'll have to go underneath the car to access the spare tire. There's only one powertrain available on the Acadia, a 3.6-liter V6 producing 281 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. With a true dual exhaust system available on the Denali only, horsepower increases to 288 while torque increases to 270. You will not notice a difference. The only available transmission, a smooth shifting 6-speed automatic, drives either the front or all 4 wheels. Don't expect anything exciting here. This engine struggles to move more than 2 tons, and that's without carrying people or cargo. The transmission, while refined, doesn't help very much. When you call for more power, it thinks about it for a while and then finally gives you the downshift you are looking for. Plan ahead when moving into fast-moving traffic. Newer models from other automakers have transmissions with more gears that virtually eliminate problems like this. A heavy-duty cooling system and available factory-installed trailer hitch allow you to tow up to 5,200 pounds, but considering the lackluster performance, I'm not sure if you'd actually want to. Fuel economy is rated at 16 city and 23 highway, numbers you'll probably have trouble matching. Now that's not all meant to rip on the Acadia. Obviously, you're not going to buy it as a sports car or fuel saver. Its mission in life is to carry people and things comfortably, and it does a decent job. The steering, for example, is on the numb and slow side, but that's great if you plan on spending hours on the highway. The ride, while a bit floaty around town, is perfect for soaking up expansion joints and letting your passengers sleep on the way to Grandma's house. Safety should be of little concern as the Acadia scores very well in Government and Insurance Institute crash tests. An available basic lane departure warning and forward collision alert system helps you avoid a crash altogether. In fact, the Acadia scores better than even the Honda Pilot, which has also begun to show its age. As for the price, well, that's where things really get interesting. A base model Acadia starts at around $34,000 US. The SLE2 trim on our tester, which gets you convenience options like remote start, a power liftgate, the touchscreen radio, and rear park assist, starts at $37,000 for front-wheel drive. Add more than $2,000 if you want all-wheel drive. And if you start adding things like leather upholstery and the dual-pane sunroof, you'll quickly find yourself in the low to mid $40,000 range. The upscale Denali will set you back more than $47,000 to start, and it can quickly surpass the $50,000 mark. There have been some generous rebates in the past, but that's still a lot of money. So, is not driving a minivan worth the price premium both at the dealership and at the gas pump? In my humble opinion, no. First of all, crossovers have simply become the new soccer mom vehicle of choice. The irony here is that the Acadia and its counterparts have replaced the minivans at GM. You may have noticed that they haven't had a minivan on sale for years. The same story is true over at Ford, where you can find a Flex but no minivan. And there's nothing wrong with a soccer mom mobile anyway, so if you're going to get a car with that kind of reputation, you should do yourself a favor and just start shopping the minivans. A Toyota Sienna, for example, is available with all-wheel drive and has an even more functional interior with better seating and storage. Same goes for the Honda Odyssey, which could potentially save you thousands while being more engaging to drive. Or if you want something really stylish with a car-like interior, but you still want space in an elevated seating position, check out the upcoming Kia Sedona. Still not convinced? Well, then at least check out the Hyundai Santa Fe, Nissan Pathfinder, and especially the Dodge Durango, which has an optional V8. And if you're going to spend around $50,000 anyway, you might consider a premium brand such as the Acura MDX or Infiniti QX60. Always do your research and take a few test drives. Thank you so much for watching this video on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and find us on Instagram.